This is what I see. You've got the business owner. And the business owner, one of the hardest working people on the planet, has an expectation, runs a business properly. And somewhere out here in the future, the business owner transitions. We all transition one way or another. You either sell it or you don't survive the experience. So that's where you go. And for many business owners, they're looking at some transition point between now and, let's say, for sake of argument, or for this discussion, that the transition is at 65. So we've got 65 years old, and that particular business owner, like many, best people on the planet, works extremely hard, is a pillar of the community, takes care of their family, does everything correctly, with the exception of one thing. The one thing that the business owner really fails to do is to manage that one particular finite asset, which contributes to what we would call legacy risk. And that one asset that they really take and fail to manage is their personal health. I do it, you've probably done it, and there's always the excuse, I don't have the time, the corporate executive healthcare exam cost how much, I'm bulletproof, which I say more than once. And so I think that's one of the things that is to consider, and Dr. Dan Carlin of WorldClinic really brought this to my attention on a podcast recently. And so I started to look at what is the opportunity cost of legacy risk. And so let's say, for the business owners and sake of this argument, between wherever you are now and 65, you're operating your business. And at age 65, you decide to transition, and we all are pretty familiar with folks that have passed away right after they sell their business. Tragic, they're leaning into the wind. The wind stops when they sell their business. They haven't planned for phase 3 of their life, and they die right there afterwards. So what would be the potential outcome if the business owner was able to take and live to the standard mortality, I think, that folks give you now? And so that's what they say. 76 years old here right now. And let's say on the vertical axis, we're going to take and go, your business right here is worth X. And we're going to say right here, the business is worth, your net assets post-sale are worth 2X. And then somewhere down the road, they're worth 4X. So for sake of argument and discussion here, we're going to say that your business was appreciating, for sake of this illustration, at 7% per year. Your mileage may vary, but let's say it's 7 for the sake of math, and so I can do it. And let's say we're using, along the way, the rule of 72, which is just taking 72 and divide it by your rate of return or appreciation, and that gives you the X number of years. So in this case, from 76 to 65, we'll say that the business actually doubles because of the appreciation. So you are granted the gift of living to the standard mortality table, 76. Your net worth moves and doubles. Not so bad. Maybe we'll use a thinner line though. So we go from here to here. And I think we'll take and redraw the timeline. So we've got 76. But because you're a good steward of your health assets, let's say you can pick up another 10 years, maybe 9. So we're going to go out here and we're going to put you out to 85 years old, which I think would be much appreciated by your family, much appreciated by all the experiences and the memories that you'll take and create. And so we're going to run out here to 85. So if you use the rule of 72, at 85, your net worth would double again. And I think from this point to this point, that's a double-double. 4 times. And that's just on a dollar figure. You know, how many experiences with your family, what difference can you make to the charities that matter to you? What difference can you make to the world at large, dinging the universe, all the things that you really wish for? You know, the legacy risk issue, I think, is underappreciated by many and ignored by a fair quantity of folks. And the point of me bringing this up, it was from a conversation that I had with Dan Carlin. And I think it's really an issue that is either not known or just put in the background. So I wanted to take and bring this out in this illustration in the article. And I don't have a dog in this hunt. I don't do I don't do telemedicine and so on. But for the business owner that spends a great deal of his life, I think you owe it to your family and your legacy and the charities and the communities that depend on you to take and start taking a proactive course of action to manage that one asset extremely well, which is your health. Hope you find it useful, and ask yourself a question maybe, what's holding you back now?